Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live with your host, Psychic Sally Diane.
Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a really good Christmas season, and welcome to our favorite hour of the week right here with our YouTube friends on Psychic Sundays. So I did get a couple emails, and just a reminder to everybody, if you want your question answered first, then make sure you send an email to right over there, info@sallydiane.com. And when I get an email from you, I will read your question first. Also, if you want a reading from me in person, contact the spa near the tracks at 519-272-1293. Okay, and on with the questions. First off, we got a question from Cindy, and Cindy says that it's her 60th birthday. Well, happy birthday to you, Cindy. And when it's your 60th birthday, first off, that's the second Saturn return of your life, so it means that you might find your psychic abilities getting a little bit more jazzed up, if you will. Maybe your dreams be a little bit more vivid for a while. Also, on the Chinese horoscope, you are a wood rabbit. Yes, you're a wood rabbit. So happy birthday to you. And I believe you wanted to know how I know that you just wanted to know how things were going to go.
I guess you do need those email questions printed out after all, yeah.
I do. We're trying not to waste paper. Okay, so.
Especially since you have two screens in front of you right now.
Okay, so Cindy, as far as the year coming up, your 60th birthday year, it starts out with Kenaz, which is torch, which means that you've got you've got a burst of energy coming into your life in January with a torch, with Kenaz, with fire. So you're going to be on the move, but you're going to be making things happen. All right. And, but as soon as you get back in the spring, that's when you need to start making plans and start saving for the next trip. So I think that not this year, but next year, you're going to find that the travel expenses are going to go up a lot for some reason. Okay, and you also have Gebu, which is gift, which means serendipity, which means it's going to be a good year for you. That's probably one of the better runes. So there you go. You've got a lot of fire energy in your life this year, so this is the year to make things happen. And secondly, we got a question from Suzanne. And Suzanne just she's got a very busy week ahead of her. She's got interviews, she's got festivities, and a couple other things. She just wanted to know how the week was going to go. And by the way, with my broken wrist, it's not so easy for me to use the cards, so that's why I'm reading the runes. And this week, okay, so first off, you do have some pleasant contact with your parents. So it looks like your parental units I'm just being funny. It looks like one or both of your parents will be getting in touch with you in a good way. In a good way. Um, it also says that this year you do have Jerry, you have Harvest. So you have like this interview, you have been working on it, you've done your homework. It does say that you are going to, it should go well. You should, it says that it'll be a productive interview. Overall, it'll be a productive week. And going into Christmas, first off, you got to be careful with the spending. You've got to be real careful with the spending. And also, it does say that you're going to be traveling for Christmas. And the travel seems to go well. Yeah, I would put the brakes on spending right now. Okay.
Alrighty then. Look at that.
That's a heck of a thing to tell somebody
Yeah.
right before Christmas.
Which is what? Sorry, I wasn't listening. Was I supposed to be?
No, it's better when you don't. When you do listen to comments. No, you guys like it when he comments, don't you? And so we start out.
We start out 2024 without a producer.
Oh, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Mea culpa. We love hearing you. Tell him how much you love him, guys. And the first one we have is Kangan. And Kangan wants some, I said it right, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, and she just wants some readings for January. Okay, so like I said, we're using the runes, and it looks like you're going to be traveling. And okay, we're going to be traveling, and there's going to be love around you. Okay, so January is going to be, looks like it's going to be a good month. It's going to be a very active month. There's love, there's blessings, and there's a good exchange with family. So overall, I think that January looks to be a good month. Not a bad rune in the bunch. And trust me, there's some bad runes in this bag. Okay.
And next question is from Angie.
Yeah.
Angie would like some insight on the 2024.
Okay, so I'll ask the runes, what does Angie need to know most about 2024? Because I could, 2024 is a whole year. If I was going to read the whole year for you, I'd be here a whole hour. But
And that costs how much these days?
I'm not sure.
Uh-oh.
My prices just went up.
To an unknown amount.
I think it's $113, but don't quote me on that. All right, Angie. Insight to 2024.
Is that the April Fool's price? 113?
No. Okay, so, Angie, let's get some insight to 2024. All right, so well, it starts out with Kenaz. It starts out with fire, and it says, "Girl, you're on fire." So it looks like 2024, the winter, and even going into the spring, you should be active and on the go. So that's time for you to be energized. Relationships go pretty well in 2024, and because they show it as being a gift, that you have this relationship that's working two ways. I think it might be a new relationship. If it's an existing relationship, it's one that improves considerably. All right, and yeah, love and blessings for the year. Again, another one that's got good runes. It looks like 2024 is going to be a good year for you. This is a good year since it starts out, and the first thing it throws you is a torch that starts out saying this is your year to make things happen for you. And I believe that is referring to your career. I just feel like the more active you are and the more you go after things this in 2024, the better off you'll be.
And next we have Cool Libra, who wants to know whether they should apply for an apartment or rent to own.
Okay, so
That one's off camera.
oh, is it? Okay, so we'll bring it down here. Okay, so the first thing it says is that you've gotten, the ancestral room shows up. So I think this is probably advice from the parent. Maybe your parent has gotten you, is the one that, or maybe this person reminds you of a parent, because I see an older person here, but I see an older person who has given you some good advice. And you have Isa here. And so that's ice. So when I see ice, it tells me that you should definitely go for an apartment, because rent to own, when you see ice, it's kind of like slow your roll a little bit. And especially when I look into the path ahead, it's like you don't realize, you don't know all the influences that are coming into your life, and there are going to be some big changes coming up. So I would wait for the big changes coming up in your life before I committed or got myself into any kind of a contract for a house.
Excellent.
Yeah. Of course, rent to own isn't really like buying a house.
Well,
It's kind of like having the house, having all the responsibilities and having all the bills, but somebody else owns it until you pay for it.
yep.
Okay. And Joanne wants a reading for the rest of December. And Joanne, the rest of December is kind of like these are turned over. And you've got this one, Perso, and it says that there's, it's Christmas, girl. There's surprises coming up. And so they're reminding you that this is time when Santa Claus comes around, and there are surprises. Okay. Okay, so I do see you deal. Well, no, wait a sec. With all these other ones, so there are past issues that you need to deal with, and I see that, and I'm pretty sure that's family stuff, because it says that you got to kind of face some past issues, and that truth is the most important thing here. So tell whatever is going on. Make sure you tell somebody like it is. This is the time for you to speak your mind. Also, you do have some nice surprises coming in from those who love you, and it's right around the dice cup. So of course Santa doesn't want you to know what's inside the gifts. Okay, so
And next you have Mary Ann, who wants to know about the week ahead.
okay. Miriam, the week ahead. Oh, that's nice. Of course, the week ahead ends on Christmas Eve, and it does look like you're going to get some. You're going to get some visits. Now it says you're going to get some visits from the babies, and I'm just going to leave it like that. That you're going to get a visit from some babies for Christmas. But this week, yeah, you're dealing with family and home issues. Okay, and it says that you're going to be so busy with the family and the home issues that you're not really going to have a chance to be as productive as you might want to be. Yeah, it's funny because I know that there's like warm weather, and it feels almost like you're being warned against ice. I don't know what part of the world you're in, but you've got a little warning about ice, which doesn't make sense in Ontario because it's not going to be below freezing. Even on Christmas, we're not going to have a white Christmas this year. But you, Miriam, should be careful about ice. Okay. So,
Okay.
Dragonfire.
Yeah, Dragonfire. How will my event on Friday go? Will it go well?
Ooh. Well, we certainly hope so. Sounds pretty exciting. Okay, so it says,
Dancing with chickens.
yeah, that's exactly what it says. You'll be dancing with chickens. Not really, not really. It does say that it does talk about blessings coming down, and it does talk about changes coming your way. I like to see that. Excuse me. So you're going to get some unexpected help, and there's going to be some good changes. Um, excuse me. I'm sorry about that. It does look like you do have some good changes coming your way, and it looks like you have a lot of support from family and friends here. So your Friday event should go well. Could we just take a break here? I'll be right back, folks.
And we're back.
Thanks, folks. Thanks for being understanding there. Okay, so next we have, hi, Benafsha. And 1025 says, I seem to be able to attract great men, but am having a hard time keeping them. What can I do about this? That's a good question.
Start by asking them. I guarantee you ask these guys, they will tell you. Maybe not all of them.
Well, I just get this. I get this feeling of hanging on too tight, where it's sort of like you're one way when they first meet you, but as soon as you get deep into a relationship, it feels like you might get a little too clingy for them. So whatever that carefree attitude you have when a relationship starts, it's important that you maintain it. Let's see. Yeah, it's it says, first and foremost, you wanted to know 1025 is your first thing you have. You've got two fate rules right here, the future and the past, and I really feel like we might have some separation issues here. So abandonment issues. And so that shows, and that might not be what you want to show there. So you need to be a little bit more relaxed and trusting with them, even though trust doesn't come easy. Yeah, you need to be more trusting and relaxed. That's the best I could tell you is the advice that I gave you before, that carefree spirit, because at first you come off like a carefree spirit, and all of a sudden you're worried about what they're doing at 10:10 in the morning. So, yeah. Whoever hurt you in the past, that's in the past, and you need to keep it in the past when you're building a relationship for the today.
And
so
next we have So79. Will I have a love relationship in 2024?
Love for So. What does So
with another person or your mirror?
That's one. Oh, okay. So there might be a point there. Okay, so the first thing it does say is this idea of it's kind of your attitude determines your altitude. And there's always two ways to look at things and two ways to look at people. And you can look at them in a positive light or you can look at them in a negative light. But if you want to have a good love relationship in 2024, I would focus on seeing people in a positive light. Okay? So try and shut the inner critic up. But the answer to that is yes, absolutely. Yes, you will have, and it will be a gift. And it's somebody who, it's one of those things where each of you bring different things to the relationship. So there's a symbiotic quality to it. And it does feel like a gift. So there's nothing I can tell you about how or when you'll meet this person other than this person is a gift. So when you meet him, it's going to be someplace really mundane. And just that reminder to, about honesty and truth, and know that you're headed in a good direction. That arrow feels good. It's T-wise. So I do believe that you're headed in a good direction. You're just getting a warning of don't let yourself get too focused in on the negative.
Hello.
Yeah.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Hello, new love.
Hi, Donna.
Is Damir interested in me? He looks a lot at me, but no action. Okay, new love, we don't even need any runes for that. The next time you see Damir, I want you to go up to him and I want you to simply say,
hello.
No, I like you. That's it. That's all you have to say. That's it. That's all you have to say. Then
You're right.
Then the ball is in his court, and he'll have to decide what to do next. But now he knows that you like him. At the moment, he's guessing and you're guessing, so you need to talk. Benafsha, hello, welcome back. What major changes is 2024 bringing into my life?
Oh my.
You're not winning the lottery.
There's there's changes around your parents' situation that you might find worrisome. It just seems like the winds of change are kind of roaring through your life, and life wants to surprise you. I do see relationship coming up too in the next year, but this thing with your parents, it's like they're saying that there's really not much you can do about it, but there is a worry there. And it does feel like your life is going to be topsy-turvy through the winter and the spring. And it's kind of putting you in a different position so you're ready for love and other things. So you wanted to major changes, you got major changes coming up. But you end up where you want to be. Because you want to have that two-way happy relationship. And this is a hug room. It does bring a two-way happy relationship. All right.
All right. Our next question comes from Live Life. Should I train in Reiki or something spiritual?
Well, of course you should.
Well, see. All right, Live Life. I've been a Reiki practitioner since 1998. Or is it 7? I forget myself now.
Yes.
Do the Reiki first because it doesn't take very much. It's pretty quick to learn. After that, it's just practice, practice, practice. But once you've got the Reiki, you can go on and study something spiritual. And in my mind, Reiki is something spiritual. It's just it's how the individual perceives it. It's as simple as that, But I mean, something spiritual is so vague that I think you might want to define that for yourself. What is it that you want to study there? Wicca, magic, Golden Dawn.
Reiki is a great place to start.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's right. That's we're talking from experience. I would be careful about channeling. And that's just
You're biased.
Well, I am because I did trance channeling, and that's where you have somebody that's next to you watching over you so you can drop into a deeper trance. And yeah, that has a tendency to turn your life upside down. I found that one out the hard way.
Okay, well, sure. You can take the anecdote of one person.
Well, but I also found that doing the trans channeling has made my spiritual connection very open. And so I kind of have to have rules about when spirit comes in. Okay, so anyhow, let's go to Karen. And Karen says, what's coming up for me? Well, now, Karen, I did have a discussion with Santa Claus, and he told me that I couldn't tell anybody what was in their presents. So I can't tell you that, but I can tell you everything else. Okay.
Daisies.
Daisies. There's another one that's got this ice thing happening.
It's winter.
Well, I know it is, but it's going to be, not like Florida warm here, but I don't know. Is it warm in Florida right now, Marcy? Anyhow, it's above freezing in Ontario, and it's going to stay that way. But here we go. That you've got this warning against ice. So if you don't have snow tires on your car, you should get snow tires on your car and make sure you got the de-icer, whatever. Okay, just make sure you're prepared for ice, because ice is coming your way. Okay, also, it does feel like, now, to start, the first thing you got coming up is Thorazaz. And Thorazaz is thorn. It's not necessarily a pleasant rune. It talks about situations becoming confused and a little out of control. So I do see that in the near future, things are going to be a little bit up in the air. Things are going to be a little confused and confusing. Try and keep your wits about you. Meditate a little bit. This is a passing phase. And you have this assurance that you're strong and you're being led in ways you don't realize. Again, you've got this, I think that Christmas, again, I can't tell you what's in your gifts because of what Santa said, but it does feel like you do have a good Christmas. You have harvest and you have wheat. So this idea of, you're going to have a good Christmas. Better than you expect. But you also have that warning about the ice. And legal contracts go well as you come into the new year. So this is a good time to renegotiate whatever there is there to renegotiate. Okay.
All right. That was for Karen. Next, we have Braveheart, who we'll get to after we do the pick a card.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And now it is time for our weekly pick a card, where Sally draws 3 cards. You pick one of those ahead of time, and the reading for that card will be your reading for the week of December 18th, 2023. Here we go.
Okay. So happy Christmas week, everybody. So which card will you pick? Will you pick card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3? So which is it for this week? 1, number 2, or number 3? If you pick card number 1, then your card for the week is the High Priestess reversed. And so this is a week that there's you're not going to be in on everything that goes on around you. So it's kind of be cautious and know that there are things that happening that you don't know everything that's going on right now. So that's a good time to do more listening and less talking. Okay. Did you pick card number 2? Well, if you pick card number 2, then your card for this week is the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is a card of truce, a card of rest, a card of a period of quiet. So you are going to have a more tranquil week. I know that you still have things in your life to deal with, but they'll wait until after Christmas. Did you pick card number 3? Well, if you pick card number 3, then your card this week is a Five of Coins reversed. And this tells me that this week you need to be a little bit more independent, that somebody that you have always counted on might be too busy or might not be able to come through for you. And it does feel like it's something that it's not like a betrayal, but not everybody can do not everybody can help you when they want to help you. So this week, have a plan B and be willing to stand on your own. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to everybody, and we'll see you next week for another episode of Pick a Card.
And we're back to a regular scheduled programming of answering your questions via chat. Well,
Yes.
the questions are via chat. We are via live.
Yes, we are. And our next question comes from Braveheart. And Braveheart says, why is my ex texting me so much? I'm not going back. She did too much. Well, it sounds to me like you already know, but I'll toss a couple rooms anyways. Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely don't go back there. Not at all. Wow. When you say she did too much, she did too much. Yeah, you might want to be really neutral and one-word responses to her. It just feels like there's a little bit of a trap going on there. So be careful about what information you give her.
Donna Butler wants to know about how our holidays are going to be for us.
Oh,
Our holidays are going to be great. I'm working. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, the days leading up to Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
okay, so there's a lot of family stuff happening around you. Okay, so it says that this is the time this is a time about family and the generations. And I know that you're kind of the grandmother or the mother, but it does say that this Christmas season, it's recommended that you put your eyes forward. So think about the future. Keep thinking about the future. Ooh, okay. So there is unexpected news. So you might find out about a pregnancy over the holidays. Oh, you're definitely going to find out about a pregnancy over the holidays. And it does feel like you've got enough love, and it says, you've got the rune of the hunter here. So it's that idea of being clear about what you want and what kind of holidays you want. And you have Uru's wild ox, and this is because he's upside down. There's a little bit of a weakness there, and it's just like there. Well, you and I both know you've got an Achilles heel this season, and it's just saying, don't let that follow up everything else. And I'm not using the right words there, but I know that you have to take your time to grieve over the holiday seasons, but choose your time on your own, okay? Because you do have a lot of family. You have the grandkids that are looking to you to set to set the mood and getting them looking forward to, all the great things we're going to do in 2024. And plus that news of a baby. I mean, that's great. Okay, so that's how the holidays are going to go for you. Well, I know you said us, but you, yes. I have a feeling that if things go well for you, things go well for everybody else. Okay, so vibe with the Connect.
Will my YouTube or TikTok channel go well? Thinking about starting one. That all depends on what your definition of go well is.
Yeah,
that's as simple as that.
Yeah, you have to be willing to put in the time and devote it when you're a YouTuber. We come up every week, but we're here every week, right? We watch a lot of videos, and that you should do. You should always watch yourself, so if you have any peculiar gestures or something that you shouldn't be doing. Yeah, and there's so many good instructional videos on YouTube. There's so many bad instructional videos on YouTube. Go by who has the most views, and plus that you know crap when you hear it. But let's see what the runes have to say about you.
By all means, that's why we're here.
Okay. Vibe with the Connect. Social media. Okay.
That one's off screen.
This one's oh yeah, it is a little off screen. All right, so it does talk about, this isn't something that you should do alone, so you need to have a partner. You need to have somebody to help you out here, maybe a camera person or something else. There's a lot about family and love here. So, if you could pull your wife or your sister or your mother or somebody else into helping you out and being a part of this, that would help a lot. But it says that there's a good deal of potential here if you're willing to be farsighted. But it apparently, it's got the ox here, and the ox is about strength and help. So whatever the topic is that you're focusing on, it's one that you should be able to do well with. It's up to you. Do your homework, and if it's not working out, then change something.
And Gonifa wants to know about the next love. Who will it be?
Is that like looking into your Christmas present?
Whatever name you give the kitten, it'll be fine. They're cats. They're not going to come anyway.
No, she'll get
somebody's on the fence there.
We will talk about somebody on the fence, but overall, it says that you'll get love, but you have to go out and look for it. Think about what kind of a love situation you want to be in. Don't decide to pick up a hobby just because you think you're going to meet somebody there. Pick a hobby that you like to do. Go out and do the things that you like to do to ensure that you will meet people who like the same things you do. But if you go out there and you put yourself out there, you will find love. Yeah, it's the wild ox, but it's the wild ox like upside down, so he's like on his back. So again, you got to get mobile. You got to get out there. You got to put yourself out there, and you have to take a few risks. So if you're sitting on the couch, you're not going to find love. You got to get out there and put yourself out there. And this one right here, which is kind of on the side, which means that I have to pay special attention to it. And this is the one about ancestors. And when I turned it over, I just feel like you might be getting advice from either a mother or a sister or an aunt. But it feels like somebody's giving you good advice about finding love. And you should probably listen to them. But definitely get out there, do things.
And our next question comes from Sun. What is my deceased grandmother trying to tell me?
Okay.
What you got there?
I got my Rudrashka seed. Okay. Whoops. She's not quite in a good spot yet.
It's not your grandmother. It's not your grandmother.
Yeah, yeah. Well, one of the things I'm getting, especially when you said that, and I kind of refocused there, and you guys all saw that Rudrashka seed just go still.
No, the seed is not on camera, neither one.
Oh, so anyhow, there's this feeling, and it's a feeling of warmth and of love. So I don't think her suicide had anything to do with you. I don't think she meant to hurt you at all. It's just a message of love and a feeling of warmth.
You know, there's a reason I didn't say that word, because that's a trigger word for YouTube and all the other social media outlets.
What?
The unalive.
Oh, the unalive? Oh, I get you.
Anyhow, son, she goes on to say that she leaves pennies I'm finding around my home. Son, that's not your grandmother. You got something else going on.
My goodness.
If they're giving you pennies, give them something in return. No, you have to figure out what that is. You live there. You should know.
Okay.
Starfall would like a general reading for January. Okay, well, what does Starfall need to know that she doesn't want to pay for?
My goodness gracious. Okay, now I've lost it. Okay. Oh yeah, there's the pennies. There's Starfall. General reading for January. Okay. And because of my broken hand here, it's hard for me to shuffle the cards. So the runes it is. All right. So general reading for January. Ice right in the middle of January. Yeah. Let's see what that else says. Okay, so if you have any important meetings in January, make sure that you have a plan B, because it feels like ice is going to be a major problem for you, because you have ice and thorn. So it looks like that, you might have, the weather might make you late or make you miss a very important appointment. So just do what you can about it. Forewarned is forearmed. January starts out really well. It feels like you come into the year feeling prosperous, feeling loved. So I like to see that. Ooh. Okay, so also, there is something here about pregnancy. There is there is news about a pregnancy, and it feels like it's it's from a good relationship, a good, solid, loving relationship. Okay, so if it's not you, it's somebody close to you. But it does feel like you are dealing with family issues, or I warned you about the ice. And there you go. That's your January.
And next we have Ashley.
Hi, Ashley.
I wanted to know how my new job is going to go. Well, Ashley, you're looking forward to it. They're looking forward to having you. It's going to go well. The only thing I need to tell you is that Stay away from that person that shit talks their coworker to other coworkers. Because you'll be next on that list at some point.
There we go.
The way to deal with those people is to praise those coworkers that are doing a good job in your eye. Management will catch on to that. Management will go, that's the person we want for us. Those workers that bitch about their coworkers to other coworkers, management finds out about that too. Those people do not get promoted. Unless, of course, there's no other option, which these days does happen. So what do the rules say?
Oh, he seemed to be right on it. So, new job for Ashley. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It looks like they find you a good fit. The higher ups like you. It's exactly what you're looking for. But there is that idea of, have your boundaries in place. I think he just gave you some really good advice there.
Hello, everybody. That's from Speak Knowledge. Welcome back. How will my finances go in 2024? They will go out the door. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so
Yes, that is a fish hook.
sure. It's Legos. Okay, so
Lego.
at the start, Legos. Lego. Okay, so at the start it says you're focusing on the wrong thing. You should be focusing on love, but you don't know that. You think that you should be focusing on finances. It's like you've already put some processes in order, and you're doing what you need to do to produce money. You're strong in that area. They get a lot better in the summer. Okay. Feels like even when I look at it now, you're solid enough, but it gets better in the summer. So January, February is a really good time for you to look at what opportunities are around you.
I get the feeling you like passive income. You want to do more research and find new ways to have passive income because it seems like there's always a new way to do something like that. I found about something recently and I'm like really excited about myself. I don't have to do much except basic layout design. Yay.
Let's see. Well, the person I'm dealing with put Jay in their place, so she minds her business about our relationship.
Who are you reading there?
High Priestess Tarot.
All the way down there?
Yeah. Okay. Well, the person I'm dealing with put Jay in their place. I'm telling you, this is just this is one of those things where I just don't really even feel like I need to do the runes. I will, and I've got them in my hands right now. But when I look at that, the first feeling I get is that it's just way too much work. Yeah. 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 Okay, so right now there is a torch and there's kind of a reverse blessing. So it means that this is sucking the energy out of this negativity is sucking the relationship was sucking the life out of the relationship. And it does look like this is a thorn in your side, and she's someone that was there before you were. And so it's kind of like, yeah, it's not going to happen. She was already in her place. And she is a thorn in your side. The way you get this person to put Jay in their place is to turn around and walk away. But yeah, it just feels like a tug of war, okay? And the way you win a tug of war is let go of the rope. So right now what you're doing is you're getting into this push-pull with somebody who's already rooted themselves in his life. in this person's life. And so whether this is an intimate relationship or a business relationship or whatever, the person who seems to be sticking her nose in your business has been there a while. And so she feels like she has the right to do it. Do not engage her. Whatever you're doing to pull back, whatever you're doing to snipe back, tick a lock. Best advice a lawyer ever gave me was never fight with a pig. You get dirty and the pig loves it. And that advice seems to apply here. Okay, thank you so much. Good seeing you every week.
Lala Loopsy would love reading for December. Is Lala Loopsy going to find love in the next 2 weeks? Will they be dancing by themselves New Year's Eve?
Okay, Lala Loopsy, love for Lala Loopsy. Okay, so the most important thing is honesty. So don't lie and don't tolerate liars. That's right there when I see Tiwaz. And Tiwaz is associated with Tyr, who is the god of truth and justice. There is a chance of attracting somebody who can become part of your family, which means a long-term relationship. So there's the seeds of that out there. Let's see what's in between. Make sure you tell the truth. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So whatever you're doing to try and attract love, change that. I have, yes. Lovely reading in December. Yeah. Make sure that you're honest, all that. It does seem like the winds of change are coming through, but the winds of change leave you with a sort of a symbiotic relationship, this kind of thing where both of you are, there's actually a even 50-50 kind of thing there. So it feels like there's something balanced and long-term growing here. So I've got no problem with love with you in December. Is whatever changes, if you don't make them, the universe will just impose them on you anyway. Okay.
Next, we have Divine Oracle Podcast. How will Christmas time be? Will my mother be coming over to our place?
Okay. Now, I had a conversation with Santa, and he said I can't tell anybody what's in their gift.
Told you not to sign that NDA.
Okay, so I'm going to, I like to go with the bad first, and then, like, you wanted to know how your Christmas is going to be, and you wanted to know whether your mom was going to come over. I don't think she's going to be well enough to come over. But there is that suggestion that you can make an effort to see her somehow. Okay, so that I don't see, but what I do see is a productive Christmas. I do see, I think you're going to have a good Christmas, and I think that there's this, it just feels like things between you and your significant other are going quite well. So there's this feeling of back and forth and, each one doing their part. So you're going to, it is going to be a satisfying Christmas. I'm sorry your mom won't be able to make it over, but other than that, you're going to have a very good Christmas. Santa says, I can't tell you what's in your present. All right.
And no, he's not going to stick Krampus on you. Krampus got nothing to do with Santa.
Ah.
He doesn't. The damn guy comes around with December 4th. Got nothing to do with Santa. St. Nicholas, different story.
Oh. Suzanne says, I cannot believe how time has moved so fast. I know.
Yeah, Suzanne is crazy. 1 second at a time, 1 minute at a time. Our
Oh,
next question comes from
Lynette.
is it Lynette?
Yes.
Any messages from Spirit?
Okay. So, actually, I'm not going to take that out. I'm just going to.
An ounce and a half of this, a half ounce of that, and an ounce of this. Add ice.
All right. So, spirit messages for Lynette. All right. So, embrace the change that's coming your way in 2024, because that your guides are saying that they're sending some changes your way, and they're reminding you that when change happens, it happens fast. So be ready to accept it. Yeah, they're sending massive changes over the winter, but you need to trust spirit here that they're working on moving you forward and working you toward a more blessed life here. So it looks like there's a bit of a change of direction there. Okay.
And that was for Lynette.
Yes. Trust the process.
Okay. Hello, Princess Nee. Will I be successful at making money online next year? Princess Nee, you will make money online next year, but you need to define for yourself what successful is.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
See
slide
right
those
there.
up?
Oh, yeah. See right here, and these are the two major runes. You've got Burka, which is fertility, and you've got Tiwaz, which is justice and truth. So it does look like there's growth, and they are saying that as you grow, make sure that you're aware of the legalities. And they're also saying, remember, you don't have to be too big before you are accountable for the legalities. So make sure you read all the fine print. Definitely make sure you read all the fine print. Okay, so as far as making money online, you just have to be careful how you do it, because there's plenty of people out there who will use your labor and your efforts to make money for themselves, not for you. And it's saying be careful about shysters. So I guess that goes right along with knowing the law and knowing how things go. Yeah. But overall, this is something that it's saying that as long as you do what you love, it should change around and it should be successful. So overall, you've got a good path here. You just have to be careful who you get involved with. Okay.
All right. So, who's left? Oh, you want to spin back around to a couple of questions? Son wants to know why she's finding pennies around her home. Well, they're buying something. I already said that. You got to give them something. This isn't that hard, folks.
Pennies around the house. Okay.
Well, we know you're not Canadian.
Yeah, we don't have pennies. Okay. So, there's also this idea that pennies can be protection from evil. And that might be what's happening. I just say that because this could be a nasty rune, but then you've got these two together, which talks about, spiritual protection. So whoever's leaving you those pennies, they're working to protect you. All right. And there's this idea that you can do some things to protect yourself. So it might be helpful for you to do some smudging in that around your house.
Yes, Haunting Live. We did do the Divine Oracle podcast Christmas question. Yeah, it's got to be a Christmas. It's got to be fine. Keep your expectations in check. You know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Suzanne. Here I have a broken wrist and I keep on going. I don't know any better, folks. But anyhow, I think, please reward me by giving me a like. I would really love a thumbs up. It would warm the cockles of my heart if I got off the show and saw 100 thumbs up. Okay.
Joseph says the cats do come when called as long as they want to do so. Yeah.
Yes.
Which means that no.
Yeah. Well, they say that.
Have you noticed there's no police cats?
I know. Yeah. Well,
And that's how useful they are.
the guy once said that dogs prepare you for toddlers and cats prepare you for teenagers.
Except for the water usage. We got anything else here?
Let's see.
Oh, New Love doesn't want to tell Damir that she likes him. Oh, that's right. We didn't do the runes for her. I answered, and then you said that's enough.
Oh, okay.
So
I
right.
don't know why I did. Okay, let's just see because I kind of agree with Ollie in a bit. Maybe not be so forward as to come forward and say, I like you. But making eye contact with a fella and smiling and saying good morning is just the same thing as saying, I like you.
It sounds more like she wants to know why Damir keeps looking at her.
Because he likes you. That one was easy. But yeah, he likes you. He's shy. He looks at you and wonders why he looks at you and wonders if there's a future there. I know that. But right now he's still working at putting down his roots and establishing a home, so he's not really ready for marriage yet. But he is looking at you with that in his heart. So maybe smile and say hello and see if you can't get a conversation going. You know, it doesn't hurt you, it doesn't hurt him to just start talking to each other and see where it goes from there. It sounds to me like you both need a little bit of the ice broken.
Over your heads.
Yeah, I know. Because you're both kind of anxious and scared. Yes, we did do that haunting live. Marcy. Oh.
I never got any stars in school. I got the star chart on the wall. Nope.
I got my mouth washed out with soap one time. Can't remember what I said either. I bet it was something good.
No, I never had that issue either. Had my toes stomped on by a teacher. That was fun.
Okay, folks. Well, Merry Christmas, and we are going to be here.
No, New Love, you're not weird or something. Okay, if this guy thought you were weird or something, he would be making jokes about you to his friends. Okay, no, seriously, I'm sorry that you're insecure, but in this case,
So is he.
yeah, you got two introverts going, do you like me?
Yeah, that's why we're saying just go up and say hi to him. How's that weather? Hey, I lost my cat. Have you seen him? Anything. How about them Red Wings?
I think your shoe's untied.
Okay.
I think that was it.
That was it. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Remember to like, subscribe, tell all your friends about me. My email address is info@sallydiane.com, and so you can send me questions for the show. I'd love to hear from you. Questions, comments, letters. I am selling sets of my runes, and I only have a few sets left of the runes. So if you were interested in buying a set of runes, which comes with the book, just send me a message and I'll tell you all about them. Okay. And anyone that wants to see me in person, I am taking the next little while off, but I do have appointments starting on January 12th and 13th at the spa near the tracks, and I actually have my appointment schedule, my schedule handed over to them for the full year next year. So anytime you want to see me next year, just give them a call at 519-273-1272. Sorry, 272-1293. Or if you want a reading online, which I can do anywhere in the world, send an email to info@sallydiane.com. Okay, and have a great week, folks. We'll see you next Sunday night, right here on Psychic Sundays Live.